Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fiasconauts for August. I'm very excited about this episode because...
Good cast.
We've got a great cast. We've got the beautiful Ben Moore.
Hi.
The gorgeous Kyle Bossman. Hello. The very handsome Brandon Jones. Look at those eyelashes. And we are doing... And I'm Ian. And we're doing...
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Gorgeous. Handsome. We're doing a...
Thick.
Someone called me thick when I had my shirt off from the Ian and Don Hit the Beach, and I didn't know to be flattered or
way flattered.
or very insulted.
That's a compliment.
But they didn't spell it with a Q.
2 C's.
Two C's. Yeah. You want,
I don't know.
You want the 2 C's.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 C's
All right,
thick.
Okay. But I was slouching. The shot where we did the poem and I had the concertina, literally forgot I wasn't wearing a shirt. It was just like that temperature out. I didn't even realize. Anyway, aside, we're doing this crazy like JoJo Persona, Twin Peaks, Deadly Premonition, The Faculty inspired playset by Ian Alexander Arts, and I'm very excited. I've never seen any JoJo, but it looks amazing. Jones, you've seen some.
I've seen 2 seasons, I guess. 2 arcs.
Okay. These guys are well versed.
This is like such a common thing for us to say to each other, but I really think you would be into JoJo. I think it's just
so
like
too.
your vibe. In a lot of ways.
But of course, Persona. We all know Persona to some extent in Twin Peaks. So yeah,
Yeah, you read all the inspirations in order from memory.
I visualized it.
There's
yeah,
some
when
Twin
I was
Peaks in
reading
here
it.
too.
Yeah, that's what it says. Anyway, Jones, why don't you read us down? And there's some special stuff for this that we'll get into in a second.
Special rules. Crazy, noisy, bizarre summer. February 22nd, 2002.
Oh.
In the suburban town of Shady Grove, there's something weird going on.
Shady?
Shady Grove.
Okay.
Citizens are turning up dead,
Enough is Shitty Grove.
killed by some strange and grotesque method. Among the victims are high-profile individuals such as the mayor, principal of the local high school, and an infamous gang leader, and a well-known martial arts master. That's not all. There are people discovering hidden abilities within themselves. These manifestations and powers are invisible to anyone who doesn't have an ability themselves. These supernaturally gifted people are drawn to each other in partnership and conflict. Will someone step forward to solve these murders, or will they use them as stepping stones for their own schemes? So invisible meaning like the Force, like I can sense it in you, but if I like knock over a car, like everyone can see that, right?
Probably, yeah. But like if I have a thing
These
that
manifestations
manifests...
and powers are invisible to anyone who doesn't have them.
But you can even see it.
Yeah, like if I have a thing that manifests as a giant set of car keys that can make people vomit,
Right.
and you have powers, you would see it
You would see
floating
the car
behind
keys.
me or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. And inspirations of media: JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Persona, Twin Peaks, Deadly Premonition, The Faculty.
I'm very excited for this. Okay, so it seems like there's a thing at the end of this where we roll a d20 to determine our powers and how they manifest, but it seems like we should do the other stuff first, right? So we actually have characters.
Because it doesn't seem like the powers and the things that manifest them are going to like get in the way.
Right.
It's just going to be another variable we're going to have to put up with.
Yeah, and there are some like rules and notes about that at the end that Jones can read when we get to it. But yeah, let's move forward with relationships first.
We're going to roll it.
Oh yeah. I always forget to eat. Ben, you want to roll these?
Sure.
Roll them up, Ben.
Okay.
I forget this every time. I don't deserve it.
Ooh. I love rolling dice.
I do though, for real. Rolling dice is great. Okay, good roll.
That was a
All
jowl
right.
shaker.
It actually seems like we got like a pretty good spread here, Ben. I
At
might
last.
have to have you come in here and just do this every time.
Yeah.
I'm very
That's a
uncomfortable
dungeon master roll.
about the phrase jowl shaker.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
like that's like like on a movie poster. Like this one's a jowl shaker.
Not a bad stand. Jowl shaker. Not a bad stand.
Stands are like the JoJo name for personas, basically. Okay, so we have so
at that.
pretty good spread.
Yeah.
4 1s,
that's
1
good that I was
2,
hoping for.
brutal.
Yeah.
2 3s, 1 4, intense. 4 5s and 4 6s, which is probably good because the 6s are usually where things get real weird. Although probably all of these are going to be weird. But yeah.
Our relationships
did we lose any?
categories are bloodline, high school, martial arts, gang, town, and bizarre. Clearly bizarre is
Oh, please.
where we're
Please,
going to
God.
need to go. Bloodline has grandfather and estranged grandchild, father and estranged child, siblings separated at birth, doting mother and rebellious son, half-brothers, older nephew and younger uncle. High school, rival classmates. Teacher and student. First-time principal and longtime teacher. This would be the new principal after the last one was savagely murdered.
Oh.
Students at rival schools. Popular bully and angry loner. Best friends. Martial arts. Rivals in the same style.
Yes.
New instructor and apprentice. Students of rival styles.
Yes.
Tournament champion and fan. Dojo owner and new instructor. Student of the dojo and friend who learns from them. The gang. Rivals in the same gang. New leader and new recruit. Members of enemy gangs. Dirty cop and gang member. Police officer and gang snitch. Drug supplier and student dealer. Getting real. 5, town. Chef and daily customer. Makeup artist and client. Wealthy aristocrat and new mayor. Game store clerk and talkative customer. Used car lot owner and new salesman. Town gossip and intent listener. And finally, bazaar. Heir to the estate and adopted sibling. Assassin and target. Serial killer and obsession. Vampire and thrall.
What's a thrall?
Thrall's like a human slave.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh.
what's his butt from Dracula?
Renfield.
Renfield, thank you.
Like a thought servant. You like control them. They're like brainless,
Cool.
kind of.
Rival treasure hunters, an alien, an unknowing friend.
Love it. Alien
So
and
good.
unknowing friend.
Um,
Okay, so quick refresher. Jones can choose the top category for any relationship. Jones and I have a relationship. Kyle and Jones have a relationship. Kyle and Ben and myself. Normally you would sit in a circle, but here, like, imagine it like goes around.
you were really
We're all
feeling town, huh,
connected,
Kyle?
man.
Sorry?
You were really feeling town.
I'm
Or
really
is it
feeling
gang?
martial arts.
Martial arts? I'll pick that for you and Ben.
Ooh,
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
that is ideal.
So
You-
Ben, since Kyle has to look at the thing, you can write relationship, martial arts.
Absolutely.
And what number was that, Jones?
That
Two?
It
was
was a 3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have
One
put
three
that
left.
right there.
The pen is dry.
The pen is dry.
So I
I'll
should-
throw
Well,
it
you
away.
want-
I should be focusing on 1, 5, and 6, just to burn one of the ones. And town is good. All right, so Ian and Jones have a town relationship.
Okay. What number is that? Sorry, 5.
That is 5.
So now,
Sorry, this actually starts at the bottom of that.
yeah. So Ben, you can choose an overarching category for you and me, or for Brandon and Kyle, or you can start filling in the subcategories.
Sorry, what were the 1 and 2? We're missing those actually.
They're on this page.
Got it.
Yeah. So it's actually these and these.
Okay.
Yeah. We have one left of 2, 3, and 4. Plenty of the 1s, 5s, and 6s.
I want Ian and Brandon to have a bloodline relationship.
We already have one, so
Oh, I'm
it'd
sorry.
have to be you and me, or Kyle and Brandon.
I want Kyle and Brandon to have a bizarre relationship.
All right,
Okay.
that makes sense to me.
Put this
And it
6
happened.
over there. Okay. Okay, so
Got some
Ben and I
coffee on
don't
this
have a
one?
relationship.
You want that? Write it in?
Oh, sure.
Let's see. Oh, Ben, what speaks to you for us? Should we be bloodline, high school, martial arts, gang, town, or bazaar?
I think, well, we don't have very many of them.
Yeah.
High school or gang are what's calling out to me, but we don't have
Yeah.
many of those.
Do it.
High school seems
Gamble
funny
it.
to me.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
That
do
was
it.
kind of one that I thought too.
Burn
Okay,
the
so
2.
Ben and I have a high school relationship.
Yes.
Can write that down.
Nice.
Yeah. Your handwriting is better than mine.
Really?
Well,
Mine's pretty bad.
I'd say it edges it out
Yeah.
just slightly.
Needs.
No.
Oh no,
No?
we got to fill in sub relationships.
Aww.
We'll get there. We'll get to needs.
need. You can do a need,
Hey,
Joe.
if you want a need, you can need.
Later though.
I feel the need to need. So we got everything, right? No, no 2s.
We got no
Um,
2s.
We got lots of 1s,
Yeah.
and rival classmates is like the only
Oh yeah.
the only way I really see that going. Popular bully and angry loner is pretty good too. But
Rival classmates saying out to me.
yeah,
That's a 1.
That's a 1.
Okay. So Ben and I are rival. Is that AL? Class.
Yeah.
Mates
Rivel classmates.
in high school.
My mind is already flooded with ideas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because like we don't have to be rivals in a traditional way. We can be rivals over anything as long as
yeah.
we're classmates. Okay.
Yeah.
As long as there's lots of just like.
I'm looking at Bizarre, and I'm looking at the 1s and 5s and 6s, and Rival Treasure Hunters
That's a good pick.
sings to me. I really want to
Yeah.
be Rival Treasure Hunters.
What number is that?
That is number 5.
Okay. That's for you and Jonesy?
Yep.
Okay,
Excellent.
place that over there, just so we keep it track of it. Sure. All of them are going to be rival something.
Yeah.
They don't have to be.
Rival gardeners.
So what do we have left? We have martial arts and town, and we don't have any twos. Rivals in the same style.
I was kind of thinking about it.
We just all hate each other. We're all rivals.
All four of us get together.
It's just with whatever that style is, like us trying to outdo each other in it.
Yeah.
Really, I'm gonna do it. Rivals of the same style.
Rivals in the same style.
We can be friendly rivals. It's okay. Okay. A wrench in the works. Town contains no rivals. Okay, so we have no twos, so we can do. This is for Jones and myself. Chef and daily customer. We can't do makeup artist and client, alas. Wealthy aristocrat and new mayor. Game store clerk and talkative customer. Used car lot owner and new salesman. Town gossip and intent listener. Chef and daily customer is pretty funny to me.
Sure. Who makes more sense to be the chef?
I have no idea. Well, I'm in high school,
Yeah.
so me. Just kidding.
I could be a chef and treasure hunter
Yeah, I was thinking
yeah.
about that.
/ treasure.
Like
hunter.
some kind of adventurous martial arts chef is like hilarious to me. Do you like that, chef?
Yeah. Chef and regular customer.
Chef and and daily customer. Okay. So now Jonesy.
Another day
You were the daily
dealing with all my
customer
rivals,
last
chef.
Yeah.
Rivals.
How do you like that? I watched it.
You watched the whole Fiasconauts?
I did. Amanda was in it. She made me.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the context.
Okay, needs. To better oneself by becoming a true gentleman or lady,
Skip 2.
by mastering the secret technique, by seeking justice, by discovering the truth, by overcoming personal demons, by making a real friend. Number 2, to become all-powerful, by killing those who stand in the way, by assembling the relic corpse,
Can't do two.
Sucks.
by controlling others' minds,
But we can remember Relic Corp.
by gaining the ability to manipulate time, by obtaining the golden arrow, by controlling the government, to
Damn.
get rich, by
Two is so
becoming
good.
the heir, by stealing the treasure, by robbing the bank, by getting the bounty, by earning the reward, by tricking the elderly. To get famous, by solving the murder, by winning the big race, by winning the martial arts tournament, by becoming the gang leader, by exposing the corrupt police, by getting on TV. To escape from parents, from a stalker, from the past, from the bully, from debt, from the voices. Or 6, to get away with murder by framing someone else, by destroying the evidence, by killing the only witness, by bribing the police, by corrupting the whole town, by getting someone else to confess to it.
Damn it, 2 is so good.
Yeah.
2 is, by becoming all powerful seems, like kind of, maybe we're just all trying to become all powerful. That's the way we'll fix that.
Sure.
Treasure hunters, we're probably getting rich, right?
Sure.
So I'll do, 3 is, we still gotta start giving them up.
Yep.
I think get rich is a logical fit for myself and Kyle.
Okay. So that means that Ben
Get
and I,
rich.
this relationship should have the other need.
Okay. And what is that? That is
We are
rival
high
classmates?
school rival classmates.
Sorry.
So we have no 2s and no 3s.
I feel like Get Away with Murder just stacks a little too much onto you at the beginning of an episode, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to make you do that. So we're looking at escaping. Yeah, escaping is nice.
I think it's not as active sometimes. It depends.
Right, because we have like parents, a stalker, the past, debt, voices, bully. Yeah, I kind of like to escape.
What are the other ones?
Get famous and to better oneself.
I didn't get a dice for town when we picked that. Oh, did you grab it?
It's kind of like over here. Oh yeah, I have the R's.
You know what? I'm going to pick better oneself.
Okay.
What
number is that?
Let's challenge ourselves. That's the last one.
Oh, okay.
Your need is to better yourself.
Need.
So now, Ben, we're looking at locations and objects.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Should I read out all of the?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good to just
Yeah.
know.
So you
All right.
and Kyle will get either an object or a location, and then Jones and I will get either an object or a location.
Okay. So locations, we have high school, the science classroom, gym, teacher's lounge, boiler room, locker room, field by the bleachers. Number 2, dojo, the weight room, the office, the practice area, the storage room, the alley out back, the roof, gang, the bakery,
Quotation
In
marks.
quotes.
the flop house, the garage, the boss's place, the armory, the vault.
This gang is more serious than I thought.
Yeah.
Town, the new restaurant, the post office, the old train station, the Taoist temple of Guan Yu, the police station, the national park, estate, courtyard with a statue, the gardens with a hedge maze, the trophy room, the main hall, the hidden room behind the bookshelf, the master bedroom, bizarre, haunted bathroom, the alley that's not always there, crop
Whoa.
circles, abandoned dump, the obelisk in front of City Hall where a body was found, the burned down house.
I'm obsessed with the alley that's not always there.
I mean, we have a lot of 6s left too.
Yeah, I want Ian and Brandon to have bizarre for
Okay,
that.
for location. Got it. JoJo's bizarre location. And remember, the last one of these can be wild, so. Okay, so that means that the Kyle and Ben relationship gets an object, so let's run through these. Objects. 1, high school. A pencil with a popular cartoon character on it. A secret diary. A yearbook with faces crossed off. A key to the boiler room. Bloody scissors. Copied homework. 2 is martial arts, which we can't get into, but I'll read them anyway. Nunchaku. A guan dao, which is a Chinese halberd.
Ooh.
I didn't just know that. It says that. Black belt embroidered with kanji. Champion's trophy. Former master's gi, which is a uniform. Key to the dojo. 3, gang related. Pistol with the serial numbers filed off. A serial number filed off.
Not the first time I've seen that in a Fiasconauts.
Yeah,
let me tell you.
nope. A sample of a new kind of drug. The recipe for a new kind of drug. Briefcase full of counterfeit cash. A bloody knife. Someone's ear. 4, heirlooms, a grandfather clock, a painting by one of the Italian masters, an extravagant diamond necklace, a set of unique china, a wedding dress, and a sword cane. 5, the relic corpse. Whoa. The eyes, the skull, the arms, the torso, the heart, the legs. 6, bizarre. The shaft of a golden arrow, a turtle with an ability of its own, half of a stone mask, the birth certificate, an alien communicator, a CD encoded with memories. Oh boy. Man, a lot of those are good. So we have 4, 5, and 6. So let's look. 4 is heirlooms, 5 is the relic corpse, and 6 is bizarre. Gotta go bizarre. Gotta go, right? Or do
Gotta
you
go
guys want
bizarre.
some body part?
I'm fine with whatever.
Go bizarre.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Play the game.
Just remember the relic corpse. So that's Jones Kyle. You have a bizarre object.
Okay.
Objecto bizarro.
So we need an object?
No,
Oh, wait.
that's me and Ben.
Oh, that's you and Ben. Sorry.
Yeah. I'll put that in.
Yeah. Okay, so then Jones, you got to fill in our bizarre location. Oh, all the needs, everything. Take your pick. Fill in everything. One from some-
Needs to better oneself.
Yeah.
We have the location.
Yeah, and whatever we save for last can be
Yeah.
wild. So if there's a really good 1, 2, or 3, we can do it last.
So what? 4, 5, and
4,
6?
5, 6.
Okay. And to get rich.
Jones
is
deciding which category to fill out.
By tricking the elderly. Clearly.
For better
To
ourselves?
get rich. No, to get rich.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
What number is that?
Did you
6?
have an idea?
No, I just didn't want. I don't want to trick the elderly.
Is that a 6? That's a 6?
Yeah.
Okay. By tricking the elderly.
It ain't right.
Oh boy.
It ain't right.
Oh.
So are we filling in our object, or are we?
You can fill in. He'll fill in one of the three things that aren't filled in yet. So, this
objects?
object, this need, or this location.
Okay.
Looks like Kyle's looking at needs right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at to better oneself. 4 and 5.
Better ourselves.
Oh yeah, that's fun. To better ourselves by overcoming personal demons.
Ooh. Is that
That's
a
a good
5?
one. Yep.
By overcoming personal. So now, you can look at locations or objects.
And my options are 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, look maybe at both objects and locations to see which 4 or 5
Okay, so
is
for the
better.
bizarre 4 and 5, we have abandoned dump and the obelisk in front of City Hall where a body was found.
These are locations?
Yeah, that's for location.
Okay, because that's got the alley that's not always there. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, I know you're very attached to that.
Oh, yeah,
So
you
let's look at
know.
those objects. Those 5 and 6 for 4 and 5 are objects.
For bizarre, we have objects that we can do birth certificate or an alien communicator.
Ooh.
I
Oh
A
man, a
bizarre
turtle with an
birth
ability all its
certificate.
own is also very good.
out of those two, I would probably pick the birth certificate.
Sure.
Okay. So a bizarre birth certificate?
Yeah.
It says that everyone's the father. Okay, so that means that for location, we can do any of them. I mean, do we want to just go with the alley that's
Go
not
with the
always
alley.
there?
Of course.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
I just
I gotta get there.
yeah, I just envisioned that's where the chef is. Yeah.
He only cooks
Daily.
when the alley. I'm like, I'm a daily customer, but this alley's not always there. Alley has an E in it, otherwise it's ally.
Easy A Facts, sponsored by Honey Nut Cheerios.
This is a uneasy alley,
Oh.
Says the chef.
says the chef.
Yeah.
I got sick after eating Cheerios once as a kid and then never ate them again.
Oh,
Ever.
well, I got Cheerios and Honey Nut Cheerios over there for you if you want to.
That's how I ended up here.
That's how I ended up here.
Yeah.
Don't
me
eat
this far.
Cheerios, kids. Okay, so now we have a very special part of this where we roll. Well, here, Jones, you'll read the thing, but I think
Okay.
everyone will roll for their own.
Yeah.
Staff.
Oh boy.
But yeah, Jones will read this and explain.
This playset has an extra section for creating your character's ability. Each ability consists of a power and a manifestation. The power is what the ability can do, and the manifestation is how it appears as well as how it is used. Roll a d20 twice to get your power and manifestation, then combine them into an ability. If one player rolls the same as another, just add one and choose the next down the list. Aha. Feel free to name your ability after a musical artist or song, as in JoJo, or a mythological creature, as in Persona, or alter the ability list with your own ideas. Players are meant to use the powers and manifestations as suggestions and interpret what the actual ability entails. Players may want to roll abilities for NPCs as well. I think we're fine.
I mean, we know.
just,
You
uh,
never
It can
know.
happen. It can happen.
Never know. what
So
comes up.
roll twice, hand it down, roll
Yeah.
twice,
Yeah,
hand it
yeah.
down.
Go for
So
it, Jones.
yeah,
Let's see
roll
what
for
you
your
got, dude.
ability
All right.
first and then tell us what it is.
My ability is portal creation.
Oh, baby.
That's nice,
That is a
John.
very good
Oh, baby.
Very good. And it manifests as
A portal.
a mass of tentacles.
Yes!
Oh.
Best power!
That's really good.
All right. Okay.
Oh, God. Ooh, 20.
Ooh.
Nat 20.
My power is making people extremely hungry.
That is so
Oh,
you.
no.
That is so
Yeah,
you.
that
The
is.
chef missed out on it though. So
Oh.
it's funny.
Whoa, Nat 1. Who are you?
And it manifests as a humanoid fighter.
It
Just shows up. He's like, hey,
Yeah.
feeling hungry?
Yes.
But no one can see the fighter. They just
Unless-
all of a sudden are hungry.
Unless they have other powers.
Unless they also have
Yeah.
powers.
So, like, you could see it.
Yeah.
We can all see it.
This is fun.
This is amazing. Oh, another Nat 1. This is a
So it means
cursed
they go
dice.
down, right?
No.
Oh, wait, no,
I
'cause
got a
that's
one.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Electricity manipulation.
Very good. $17.
A massive tentacles.
Oh, so
Uh,
now
reroll,
now you go
yeah.
up one.
Oh, is that?
Just
Did he
You
Yeah.
say
just
that?
Down
go.
the
You go
list.
down. Yeah. Plants and vines.
Plants and vines.
Oh my goodness. Electricity
Plants and
manipulation.
Oh yeah, I should write.
Plants
mine.
and vines. Yeah, we should probably write these down. Okay, here I go. My power is 9. Size and weight manipulation.
Oh, that's good.
That's very
That's
good,
a really
yeah.
good power.
I take that to mean like of myself and others, of like everything, right?
Yeah, that's
Sure.
what I would
Yeah.
take it as.
Okay, and it manifests as a humanoid swordsman. Okay, size and weight manipulation.
I love we have ethereal characters showing up to do fairly strange
Yeah.
things.
Okay, we're all just writing feverishly here. Jones, do you want to read, or you're writing, I can read it. An extra explanation of abilities. If you've never watched JoJo or played Persona, here is a more in-depth explanation of how these abilities are meant to be imagined. A normal person becomes imbued with power, kind of like being possessed by a spirit. The spirit can pass through the user and attack others or manipulate the environment. People without abilities cannot see them. Using the power and manifestation chart above, you might get this result. Temperature manipulation that manifests as a humanoid queen. For this combination, the player must decide how the ability actually works. I would imagine that a queen with a scepter comes out of my body and can change the temperature of the air around me, or by touching an object, change only its temperature. This could be used to create condensation for another player's water ability, or to counteract another player's heat-seeking attacks. The weakness could be that it can only be used up close, so long-range attacks might be dangerous against the player. It might be hard to come up with these things quickly, but it's okay to come up with new uses on the fly. That's the excitement of JoJo, when someone uses an ability in a new and clever way that you hadn't thought of before. Good luck. Yeah, and then there's just a note about how it's they made it for easy allies. Thank you, Ian Alexander, Alexander Arts, at Alexander_Arts on Twitter. Awesome. Okay, so we have to name ourselves and our personas/stands. In JoJo, they name their names are about, like, there's a dude named Ario Speedwagon, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yep. My power's called Free Ride.
Ooh. It's a good power name, Jones.
Oh man, I gotta. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some searches.
Yeah, I'm like. I'm like, okay.
Maybe we should do names after the break. Character
maybe.
names and stand names and all those things. Like,
I've got my name.
oh, what's your name?
I want to write it down first.
Okay.
My name is Jolene with a comma after the lyric from the Dolly Parton song Jolene.
Sure.
That's pretty good.
I think one of the JoJos is named Jolene, but
Really?
nobody's Jolene.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because all their names start with Joe.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
So you're the JoJo.
Also, yeah,
only one JoJo at a time.
Jolene is JoJo.
Yep.
Honestly, did not do that on purpose.
Oh, okay, that's
I
fine.
honestly did not do that on purpose.
That works. That works for us. Ian is the protagonist. You're the JoJo.
We can't determine that.
You did. There's only one JoJo at a time.
Oh, damn it. I could change my name.
Per generation.
I could change it.
No.
I
I
love
could
the
be
idea
Roxanne.
We need somebody
of
to be JoJo.
everyone calling you, hey, Jolene.
Always.
You say Jolene, and they
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
turn their heads.
What?
They don't know.
Um,
Who's that?
Could be Roxanne,
Could be.
Right.
but spelled with like 4 O's. Roxanne. Damn it. Unintentional JoJoing.
Man,
That's how it happens.
That's how it happens.
That's how the whole thing started.
Yeah.
with Fiasco, like sometimes I'll think of something that I like, but then
Yeah.
I'm like, could I think of something even better?
Yeah. Okay, my power. I know my power's name. My stand's name is Hotel California. He's a humanoid swordsman.
You just call them a hotel for short.
Yeah.
Quiet Hotel.
Full names only. Always Hotel California.
My name is Mel Fudd.
Mel Fudd?
Explain that one to me.
Mel from I think wasn't he the classic? Who's the diner sitcom?
Diner?
There was an
that's a
old one in like the late 70s, early 80s.
Cheers.
There was a gal.
Oh.
No, that wasn't a bloody monster. But Mel was the
Taxi?
was the chef on that show.
Ah.
I think he might have got his own spinoff for like a season that didn't work. But
Chat's like
it's not
It's obviously
Rhoda,
this.
but it's something like that. Like it's the waitress is the name of the show.
oh.
And he was like Mel was like he's the chef.
Ruby? No.
I can't think of anything better, so I'm gonna run with the initial idea. My name is gonna be Fleetwood, and then my stand is gonna be Mac.
Oh my god, I love it. It's so good.
Fleetwood's a great name.
Fleetwood is a wonderful name.
All right, I got my character name. I'm Aaron Meatloaf, and my stand is I won't do that.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I won't do that.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Okay. Man. Okay. Cool. All right. So let's run down. Jones, tell us who you and Kyle are.
I am Mel Fudd. I am a chef. And my location is an alley that isn't always there. For my power, I can create portals that manifest as a mass of tentacles. I call this ability. I call this ability free ride. Yeah, imagine the tentacles like grab you.
Yeah.
And like pull you in and then
Oh
throw
my
you out
god,
on the other
that's
end.
so cool.
And Kyle and I are treasure hunters and have to get rich by tricking the elderly.
So you just go and scam nursing homes.
Yep. My name is Aaron Meatloaf. I have a stand that is a humanoid fighter, and its power is to make people extremely hungry. And its name is I Won't Do That. My relationship with Ben is that we're both martial artists. We are rivals in the same style. And for some reason, we have a birth certificate with great significance.
Bizarre significance.
Yeah.
Who are you and me?
I am Fleetwood. My stand name is Mac. My ability, my stand, it manifests as plants and vines, and it can manipulate electricity.
Man, that's so cool. Only through random dice rolls can you get plants that manipulate electricity.
Right. Our relationship is we're high school rival classmates. Our need is to better ourselves by overcoming personal demons.
Yeah. And then I am Jolene. My stand is Hotel California, who manifests as a humanoid swordsman, and we can manipulate size and weight. Yes, I am the daily customer for Chef Brandon Jones, or Chef Mel Fudd. And we share the alley that's not always there. This is going to be off the chain.
Yep.
I say that almost every time, but this one's going to like start there.
Yeah.
I feel like. Look forward to it. It's coming up right after this. Act 1 starts now. Go Mel Fudd.
Okay. We are at my restaurant, or at the restaurant I work at, which is called Food Dance. And today is busy. Uncharacteristically so. There are people lined up outside, and I am frantically running back and forth, trying to make all these orders. And I see from a distance Jolene come up to the bar and sit down, or just at the bar, but it's like it has a diner part of it, and so it comes up to the stool and sits down.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you're a chef.
I'm a chef.
Is this a fancy diner?
No.
Okay.
This is just kind of it's a popular joint. We're really kind of in the heart of the town. There are fancier establishments that you can go to, more expensive, but this is kind of one of those places that you might not notice driving by. But if you were to check Yelp, we'd have high ratings. We've been around for a while. Always pleasing, always fun things that you.
What's
can,
the most popular item?
Jeez, our meatloaf.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Sort of popular item. And I see Jolene coming in, and hey, Jolene,
Hello,
how
Mel.
are you?
Hello.
I'll get to you in a second. We're crazy today. Just a second. Bill, you can take over me. All right, come around. This is the craziest thing that I've never. Everyone is incredibly hungry today. I don't know what it is.
It's very busy.
I have people coming in and telling me they've never been hungrier in their lives.
Are you out of meatloaf and spaghetti though?
Oh, I save extra just for you. You want a meatloaf and spaghetti?
I want my regular.
All right. Can you give me a little bit though? I got 10 orders to take care of. In front
Take
of
your
you.
time.
All right, I appreciate it. Go over and get another plate of spaghetti. Hand that off, and then can you take this one over to the table, Mel? I can't. Okay, all right. So I get a plate of our famous meatloaf and spaghetti. I bring it over to Aaron Meatloaf's table, and I put that. Okay, there you go. I hope that wait wasn't too long for you.
Aaron Meatloaf is thick with long, distinct eyebrows. He has a wry grin. He simply nods and eats his meatloaf.
You seem upset.
I'm fine.
Oh, I look over and Aaron Meatloaf has a really interesting ring on. It's a nice ring you got there.
It's none of your business, old man.
Of course it isn't. I get that's the way that I am. I like to talk to our customers.
Be gone
here.
now.
Well, all right then. I hope you enjoy your meal.
As he walks away, Aaron Meatloaf notices Melfud's shiny bracelet, and his eyes widen as Melfud walks away.
And for reference, Mel's a big guy. Mel's like 6'4".
Also thick.
Not like thick, but not like ripped. You know, a little bit of a belly.
Sure.
Arms are a little wider. You know, but like big beard, big hair, just a big, you know, kind of a Zangief kind of a guy. He goes back and hustles in. After a little bit, finally gets another plate of meatloaf and spaghetti, and Bill goes to grab it and serve it. No, I get this. And I bring it over to Jolene. There you go.
Thanks, Mel. It looks great.
Oh, you're so nice.
Jolene looks around secretly and then goes, "You know what to do, Hotel California." He shows up very small on the table and touches the plate of food, and it gets like 10% bigger. And I go, "Good job."
Jolene, you gotta be careful when you do that.
No one saw.
No one sees you do it, but they see the food after, and then I get all of these orders
Mel,
for giant meatloaf.
You know there won't be any food after. Especially today. I'm really hungry.
I guess I should see it as a compliment that of all the meals that you can eat, you want my meals to be bigger. I can make you a giant meatloaf.
No. I like flexing my skill, you know? Plus, your meatloaf and spaghetti are already perfect. I wouldn't want to compromise the recipe.
Do you think there's anything else on the menu that could be benefited by doubling in size?
Well, everything can be benefited by doubling in size.
What?
Yes. Don't you know?
I don't know. That seems absolutely absurd to me.
Jolene, by the way, also thick.
Good.
Yeah.
I could talk about this. What? No, it's a special order. We don't have meatloaf that big. No,
I see it. I want what she has. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking at my own plate, and it is a smaller plate than hers.
Oh, I Hotel California skittles on over there and does the thing while he's looking away.
Here, look.
I go, "Look again, friend. Perhaps you were mistaken. They're all that size."
Well, pardon me. I owe you my greatest apologies. He goes back to
Accept
the table.
it. See, Mel? We got it all under control.
Hey, I ordered sashimi like 30 minutes ago. I'm still waiting on my order.
Are you one of the regular hungry people, or are you extra hungry today?
I just need my sashimi. It's for my blood pressure.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
coming right up. I go back there. step up.
Kyle, can you give me those dice?
Oh, sure.
I'm sorry. It's just busier than I've ever seen this place. So you understand that it's just a busy day.
I just have one question for you.
Huh?
Do you normally feed your customers dog food?
The entire diner goes silent.
Yeah.
Fleetwood, just so you know, is very tall, very lanky, like very fair, pale skin. He is wearing black, tight leather pants and a white tank top. He has long, just below the shoulder, platinum blonde hair that he is constantly fiddling with, either just like rotating his head or like putting his hand into.
So thick.
You know, in Japan, they honor their food.
How they have a ceremony or something, or what are they? Are we? I can get you dog food. I mean, if that's something.
Please,
If you,
you have been bested. Leave me be. Mac, you know what to do. Silver Springs. And the lights dim by like 10%.
Silver Springs. I kind of like wander over back to Jolene.
Yeah.
Jolene, do you know that guy?
Yeah. He goes to my high school. He's a real jerk.
Was he being mean? I can't tell.
He's just kind of like that. I think he's got a lot of personal demons, you know?
Is
I
that
know.
you over there, Jolene?
Oh, crap. He
Jolene?
I
Yeah.
wander away.
Yeah, Fleetwood. It's me. How you doing?
Are you still watching Naruto dubbed?
Look, it's just... I can't read very fast, so it's easier for me.
Yeah. Alright, enjoy your slop.
Don't let him get to you, Mel. He's just kind of like that, you know?
What? I pop my head out of
Huh? Oh, sorry. I thought you were still standing by me. Just don't feel bad, okay?
I think I got to the orders. How's everybody doing? Huh? Everyone's fed.
Everybody stands and applauds.
Yeah. I kind of
Except
look
for Fleetwood.
I kind of touch Fleetwood a little bit, like. There you go, and I walk to the back of the kitchen. Scene.
I loved it.
Good establishing scene, Jones.
Okay, so in Act 1, you give your die away to
Yeah, Ben.
dog food.
You've been bested.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Kyle, what's Aaron Meatloaf up to?
So, yeah, we need to establish the relationship of Aaron Meatloaf and Fleetwood. They are, yeah, let's put us all in the same school. So, they have just gotten off the bus, and it's the first day of school, and they have the same backpack.
These two do.
Yes.
What's on the backpack?
It is a good question. It is a JanSport leather backpack, which makes sense for you. You have the leather pants and everything. But yeah, I also have the same black leather backpack from JanSport.
Okay. Can I like fill it? Do we work together, or is it just
Yes,
like,
we're
hey,
working
this
together.
is what we're doing? Okay.
Yeah. We
Didn't know.
step off the bus and it's in slow motion when we realize that we both have the same backpacks.
Okay.
Great offense, and it's just like the eyes tightening. Yo.
Konnichiwa.
I'm afraid you're gonna have to drop the backpack, Fleetwood.
I don't drop anything. I only ascend. I can see, based on your style, that you are a worthy rival.
Then I ask you, do you want to drop the backpack or not?
That'd be cooler if you weren't shaking.
He is shaking a little bit. He can sense the power emanating from Fleetwood.
Let me show you Tokyo Serenity.
That's not how I learned it. Tokyo Serenity.
Listen and learn, Ian. Listen and learn.
And a bunch of students are now forming around the two, like they're aware that a fight is about to go down.
Jolene runs over.
As entertaining as this is, I must go and have my morning bento box. Otherwise, I will not be able to make it through the day.
Is that so? And so he tries. So suddenly, I won't do that. Comes out of his shoulders, right? And it's just like it's a humanoid fighter, and he's like goes over to touch the belly button of Fleetwood.
Okay, so Fleetwood just whispers under his breath, "Silver Springs," and he just makes it so you have like a static shock when you touch his belly button. It's not like hugely damaging. It's just like a little shock.
Aaron, to this point, did not know that you had powers as well, so he just lets you keep walking, terrified.
Did the hunger manipulation happen though?
No, and there you got electrocuted off.
So Fleetwood walks away. He bows to you, and then he turns and he walks away. And you notice that there are some vines sticking out of his JanSport leather backpack.
Oh my god.
This is going to be a complicated school year. And scene. Yeah, I got a black for that.
Yeah. He didn't get him to
Hand that right back to Ben.
All right, Ben. What's Fleetwood up to?
Okay. So, what is our relationship? Rivals, high school classmate rivals. Fleetwood enters class, and you're already in there.
Yeah. I sit in front of you.
Yeah, you sit in front of me, and this really annoys Fleetwood because he enjoys eating his bento box in the morning before class starts, and you're in there, and he already is annoyed by you for other reasons, but this especially upsets him.
Okay. That I'm in there and you can't have privacy?
Right, that I can't have privacy.
I noticed you come in, I'm like, oh.
Jolene.
Hi,
What-
hi, Fleetwood.
Hello. What brings you here so early?
Oh, well, I saw that... Oh. I saw that there was going to be a fight, and I stayed around for a second, but then I left early so that I wouldn't miss class, and I didn't want to see you beat up Aaron Meatloaf, so I left, and I went to the classroom, but I'm really early.
Part of what upsets me, Jolene, is that you don't listen.
It's Jolene, but
I will give that title to you when you earn it, as my sensei taught me.
Oh,
Even though it just said it a few moments ago.
I unearned it.
Yes, correct. I don't beat people. I best them.
Oh,
You don't need physical violence to prove you're superior.
well, that's true. I know that's true. I don't. When I best people, I don't use violence generally. Myself. I saw that. I didn't know that you had powers too.
How did you know about Mac?
Mac? Is that its name?
Silver Springs. The lights go out in the classroom.
And your teacher comes in like, why are the lights off?
Jolene, I think we'll have to evacuate the classroom. It seems to be a little dark in here.
Jolene.
This has never happened before.
Yeah, Jolene gets is nervous by this, and she says, "Hotel California, eat me." And Hotel California taps her shoulder, and she shrinks down to like very tiny, and just kind of runs to the wall, and hides out.
So Fleetwood thinks that Jolene is gone, and he goes and he sits in his assigned seat, and he goes, finally, I can be at peace with my food.
Yeah.
A success.
Why die?
Is a scene?
Scene.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Jolene is tiny, and along the floorboards of the surprisingly dusty classroom, and she's looking up and sees Fleetwood eating his bento box. Is it still dark, or did you make the lights come back, do you think?
So a couple of minutes, he tries eating in the dark, and he really prides himself on like cleanliness and not appearing like a common slob. And so when like 2 grains of rice like fall onto his desk, he's like, Silver Springs, and he brings it up just dim enough where he can see the bento box that he's eating. So there's a little bit of light in there.
So in the dim light, Jolene was kind of fumbling toward the door in the dark, but staying along the walls because she doesn't want to get stepped on. And when the lights came on bright, she freezes in her tracks because there's a giant grasshopper right in front of her that had gotten into the classroom somehow. And so she says, "Oh no," because she doesn't want to get big while Fleetwood could see, or while anyone could see. So she doesn't know what to do. So she's got to kind of like move closer to the grasshopper, and then she goes, "Hotel California, you know what to do." And Hotel California comes out and tries to touch the grasshopper, but misses, and the grasshopper jumps toward us. And cut to Fleetwood, like a shot of Fleetwood eating his food in silence. You hear a tiny little ah! And then
you notice an unintended side effect because Fleetwood normally enjoys eating in complete silence. All of a sudden you hear him go, "What a lovely place." And then he stops, and then he goes back to eating in silence. He seems confused.
Which to me, cut back to me, and now I'm like dangling on the underside of this giant nasty grasshopper, and I'm trying to climb up to the top of it, and I hear him sing that, and it's like, even though it's quiet to him, it's like booming for me because I'm so small, and I go, huh? Because I've never like heard that side effect before of Hotel California. And so I crawl up onto this grasshopper, and it's jumping all over the place, and I'm like flailing about trying not to get thrown off. But then I realize that when I get thrown to the right, the grasshopper kind of jumps that way, and when I get thrown to the left, the grasshopper kind of jumps that way. And so I'm like, oh, I got an idea, and I pull on the right side of the grasshopper, and it starts jumping toward the door. But unfortunately, this jumps right through the field of view of Fleetwood. Do you notice?
He turns his head and he's staring, and he sees the grasshopper, but something seems odd to him. Like he can tell that something is going on with the grasshopper, but he doesn't necessarily know that you're riding it.
Yeah.
He closes the bento box and he starts walking in that direction.
Oh no! We gotta get out of here, little buddy! And so I pull on the grasshopper on both sides to try to make it go straight, which kind of works, it kind of doesn't. And it's like jostling me like crazy. And then we're getting closer to the door, but Fleetwood is gaining on us. And I see the foot rising up to squish the grasshopper. And I go,
Return to the earth.
I say, Hotel California, drink me! And then, yeah, and then through the confusion, Hotel California makes myself and the grasshopper back to my normal size, which for the grasshopper is like fills up half the classroom. And of course, like we're all thrown aside, you're thrown back, and this grasshopper is like freaking out.
The teacher comes back with like the janitor, and it's just like, I tried the light switch, but
And I'm like, oh no.
A tall man bursts the door open, hearing the scream. It's the new principal, Blink 182. And he says, I heard there was a problem in here. What's the screaming about?
Look! A giant grasshopper somehow got in the room. Somehow.
Principal, I need you to do something for me. Please, go get Meatloaf. If we combine our Tokyo Serenity, I think we may be able to deal with this.
Principal Blink-182 claps his hands and goes, Climax! And then everything is fine in that room. Everything goes back to normal. Electricity's fine. The grasshopper is normal size. Jolene's a normal size. Everything was as it was 10 minutes ago. Enjoy your day. And he walks back out.
Wait,
What just happened?
Blink 182.
He looks over his shoulder. Yes.
Can I ask one question?
Make it quick.
Was that Ultra Instinct?
C. Was that a success or failure for me?
That's a success.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta give that to Professor Blink 182. Oh my god. All right. So we each have one more scene in Act 1. And Mel Fudd, it is your turn.
So Mel has his apron from Food Dance, and it's got all sorts of, whatever on. There's like actual like pieces of spaghetti that have just kind of become a permanent fixture on it, and he wears that everywhere. So he's just walking around town, and he walks over and climbs up a tree and is hiding in a tree in a nearby house, and out of the house, the front door, comes Aaron Meatloaf, and he steps out and kind of like waves behind him. And like puts his backpack on. It's the next day, for school. And then like goes out walking down the street, and his grandmother, waves goodbye while he's leaving. Just like, okay, goodbye, Aaron. And he's like, oh, whatever. And then leaves. And then grandmother goes back inside.
Don't you touch my grandma?
It's a very long tree, long branches. So.
You're outside
Mel,
of old folks' home? Is that what you said?
No, just his
house.
house.
Oh, your house.
He lives with his
I
grandma.
live with my grandma. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And Mel kind of sidesteps from like one tree branch to a branch in another tree, just kind of scanning in. And grandma goes back inside, and the living room is a museum. I mean, there are all sorts of just shiny, crazy, some things even almost look like they're moving or like translucent in strange ways. And so Mel, kind of makes an assertive sound, and then backflips off of the tree, and then walks up and knocks on the door.
The door creaks open. Hello.
Hello! My name is Mel. I am here. I work at Food Dance downtown.
I see
a
that.
very popular eatery. Have you been there before?
Yes.
Well, congratulations. You, when the last time you came in, were our 10,000th customer of the last 5 years. And so you get this certificate for a free meal and celebration in your honor.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Will you be able to come? We're so excited. We want to celebrate you.
When is it?
It's this Friday night.
I'll be there.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
I'll cook you up our famous meatloaf and spaghetti. You'll love it.
Kind of, she's transfixed by the certificate and sort of just closes the door.
And like as it's closing, he kind of like looks in. All right. Then goes in, and the school and the restaurant are kind of in the same part of town. They're in the same direction. So he heads off in the same way, and because he just has a natural skip in his step, and Aaron tends to drag his feet a little bit, catches up to Aaron. And well, hello again.
Hello, old man.
It's true, I am old, but with age comes wisdom.
You have no wisdom.
Surely did you not enjoy the meal I prepared for you the last time you came to our restaurant?
I suppose I did.
Do you think you learn to do that overnight? Takes time. That's why you're going to school today. Wisdom.
I'm not going to school today for wisdom. I'm going to school today to dominate my own legacy.
But you're so young. What kind of a legacy could you have built already?
I'm in my prime, old man.
I wish you didn't have this attitude, I liked school. I liked the friends that I made at school. I wish that you could find that same kind of peace inside. I wish you could find joy in these things and not just always want to challenge people and better someone.
I know there's no way a pacifist could have obtained the Bangle of Osiris.
Oh! Well, I see you're familiar with my possibly obscure trinket that I have.
That is no obscure trinket.
And neither is the Ring of 1,000 Eyes. What? And he just backs up and like 8 tentacles just like
Yes!
over his face and vanishes.
Aaron Meatloaf just starts sweating.
Success.
Band of Osiris?
Bangle
The
of
Bangle.
Osiris.
Bangle, even better.
And the Ring of 1,000 Eyes. So you give that white die to someone, and then now it is Aaron Meatloaf.
I mean, the grandma, clearly.
Oh, thank you.
So Aaron Meatloaf is at a retirement home across the street. He has set up a little stand that says
Not that kind of stand.
yes, like a lemonade stand, except it's a cholesterol medicine stand. And it just says cholesterol pills, $20. And he's across the street, and you see him focusing. He's basically he's taking I won't do that around the retirement home and like just touching belly buttons. And just sitting and waiting. Then Madonna Fudd, Mel Fudd's mother, walks up. Yeah, she's been having hunger. She's been going to the restaurant every day. She's been eating a lot of bad food, and she's interested in the cholesterol medicine.
What do you have here?
I want to make you better. I have very affordable cholesterol medicine right here in my pocket.
$20, that's just for the one dose, though, right? Ooh, I don't.
That's the starting price, yes.
I could get a generic at the pharmacy for $20. I can get several pills. $20 seems kind of steep.
I promise you, it's very affordable.
Do you have any customer reviews or surveys?
Yeah, everyone loves it.
Oh, well, I don't know. Oh, excuse me.
Like, oh, pardon me. Like another guy comes in.
Oh,
Like,
okay, great.
He's ready.
Yep.
Here, $20. Cholesterol pills.
Yep.
Oh, I'll take.
He reaches into his leather JanSport backpack and pulls out a singular little cholesterol pill and hands it to him.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Goes running off.
Did you just take that out of your pocket?
I told you, I have them in my pockets.
That's not very sanitary. I could be eating lint or something. Who knows where your pockets have been or your hands have been?
What's your name?
My name?
Yes.
Madonna.
Well, Madonna, if you want to die, go ahead.
Oh!
You're clearly knocking on death's door
Oh!
at this moment. If you want to live a day longer, take my pills.
So you're saying I have until tonight to make a decision?
Yes.
Okay, will you be here?
No.
No?
I'm a high school student. I have a bedtime.
When's your bedtime? What's my time frame here?
10:15 p.m.
Oh, okay. Where do you live? Maybe I can come by the house and pick up some. 10:14 maybe.
Sure. Here's my address. He slips a card across the thing.
Oh, okay. I don't buy stuff on the street. You see, it's just I've done it before. It never worked out well for me.
As they say, it's your funeral.
But you're a very enterprising young man, and I want to commend you for that.
Thanks. And then he touches her belly button.
Oh, oh no.
I won't do that. Touches her belly button. By the
Yeah,
way.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your name, son?
My name's Aaron.
Aaron, have you ever felt so hungry you could just eat another person?
Never.
Nah, what?
But I do have some bagels in my pocket.
Oh, how much for the bagels?
$40.
What's the money count?
I gotta have those bagels.
All right, so he reaches into his backpack and pulls out $40. Pulls out a bagel.
You wouldn't have any cream cheese or lox by any chance?
Those are 60.
Oh,
and all right, yeah, I get a white die for that.
All right. What is Fleetwood up to?
So, ever since he asked Blink 182 about Ultra Instinct, he's connected something from his past into what he saw, and he's very concerned, and he feels like the only person he can confide in is Aaron. And so he's been running all around town trying to find Aaron, and he comes into the scene, and Madonna is just eating ravenously.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. And he finally finds Aaron.
You.
What is wrong with that woman? She is more beast than man. Anyway, Aaron, there's something I must tell you. I finally witnessed it today.
What?
They call it Ultra Instinct. So you've heard of it?
Sensei spoke of it, but only as a myth.
When I was in the library, studying my kanji on the computer, I came across an ancient, forbidden text that states that someone powerful, someone named Blink 187 will come with the power of Ultra Instinct, the power to destroy others in the blink of an eye, but first they must obtain several artifacts. I see. Oh, clever Meatloaf. You already have the Ring of 1,000 Eyes.
His hand trembles.
What are you doing with such a unholy thing?
It was given to me,
By who?
my grandfather.
Who is your grandfather?
Huckleberry Meatloaf.
Huckleberry Meatloaf. The hero of the 24-hour war?
Some say hero. To me, he's just a man.
Do you know what that ring does?
No.
Stare at it. Stare at it for at least 15 seconds.
I can never do more than 5.
Then will you give it to me?
Of course not. We're not friends yet.
We're not friends. But if you can only stare at it for 5 seconds, that ring needs to go in the right hands.
Miss Madonna, please leave. The boys must play.
As you know, by our school's rule, you get 1 strike. Whichever one of us hurts the other more, we must be honest, as is the way of Tokyo Serenity.
A couple students across the street, like, oh, it's going down. Oh, wow.
Aaron quickly takes 1 step back, brings his arm around, and then just knocks on the knee of Fleetwood. Just a little cut.
My one weakness!
Take your shot.
You may not be as strong as I am, but you are studious. Right pectoral!
Aaron Meatloaf goes flying.
Targeted the left pectoral.
Yeah, left pectoral. He gets knocked back over the next, the house. He gets knocked back over the house he was in front of. And then just like a little ping.
Yeah.
His backpack remains.
I'm gonna be honest. My knee still hurts.
And scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A success. So you give that to someone.
Our first real
Give it
clash.
to
Yeah.
Meatloaf.
Okay. So, Jolene has always lived with her grandfather, and
As we all do.
Yes, and recently he was moved into the nursing home.
Great.
Across the street from which this altercation took place, and she was at the window, kind of looking out because her grandpa was asleep. So she's just looking out, and she hasn't told anyone this, but since Grandpa had to move into the old folks' home, because she lived at his house, so she's kind of just like. She's a high schooler, but she's like living at his old house by herself and trying to make sure no one finds that out. But she spends most of her time at the old folks' home. And so she witnessed this altercation, and she kind of says to herself, "Oh, such power. Maybe he knows about what is it? Ultimate instinct?
Ultra instinct.
Ultra instinct. Maybe he knows about ultra instinct and can do something about it. I'll be right back, Grandpa." And he's just like out cold. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune is on, and
he's been eating a lot of bad food.
Yeah. He was like weirdly hungry. He ate
Yeah.
a bunch and then passed out.
Yeah.
And I go across the street, and I go up to Fleetwood. I say, "Fleetwood."
Yes,
Still in stance.
Yeah.
Jolene.
I didn't know if I'd earned it.
Not yet. Not yet.
Fleetwood, I just witnessed that amazing battle, and I have something I must ask you. I thought I heard you ask Professor Blink-182 the other day, but I couldn't be sure because it was too startling. Do you know of something called Ultra Instinct?
Yes. I just saw it. I believe Professor Blink-182 is actually the ancient evil Blink-187.
I was afraid to even think about it, but, it makes sense.
We need to gather the relics,
Well,
and then whoever the relics choose, the most pure-hearted among us, will have to take on Blink-187.
it's funny that you should say that, actually, because, and she always wears a baseball cap, always. She kind of takes it off carefully, but making sure that something underneath it doesn't get bumped off. She takes it off, and there's like a little bangle, a little like circlet around her head with
Nice.
like a diamond-shaped, like a diamond, the shape, not the stone, gem on the front of it. Yes, it's true.
That's the most powerful of all. That's the circlet of Poseidon.
Thank you for naming it. I was like, what is this thing called?
Where did you... Jolene. Do you know what that thing is capable of?
Manhole covers nearby start rattling.
And steam starts like going up. Yes, I do. I know. My grandfather bequeathed it to me when he became too weak to contain its power. He was a sailor, you see. He survived the perfect storm. He gave me the circlet of Poseidon, and ever since, it has been under my control.
Do you know why he survived the storm?
I assumed it was because of the circlet, but
That circlet can make anything float.
it is true.
The manhole's calm down.
So you know of the mystical artifacts needed to stop the wicked Blink-187.
I do, but I am not sure that you are strong enough to fight the evils ahead. You have not been training.
Well, I may not know Tokyo Serenity, like yourself and Aaron Meatloaf, but I have skills all my own.
Show me.
Hotel California, drink me! And he pops out and touches her shoulder, and she just gets like huge, like 100 feet tall. And she goes, "How's this?"
I need to feel it.
Are you sure?
Hurt me.
she brings back her foot and just kicks him.
So, like Aaron, he like flies through buildings.
Yeah.
And he crashes, and you lose sight of him.
Ooh. I turn to Hotel California, who's like tiny on my shoulder, like doing little sword moves. I'm like, oh, I didn't try to kick him so hard. Scene.
A cool boy in an orange jacket shows up. Hey, you're a big woman.
That's right.
The name's Travis Backstreet Boys. And scene.
She gets tired. She's like, hey, Travis. Was that a success?
Yeah, this is a big success.
This is going to be a
bad second half.
bad second act. Okay, now, if you could hand me the red Fiasco, the normal Fiasco book there.
Oh, we need a
Kyle.
teal.
We need a teal.
I think we've tilted.
Yeah, we've never seen has been a
it's- yeah.
tilt. Okay, so the tilt is an all-purpose scene enhancer that can be used in any and all. It's before this. In any and all scenes in Act 2. And what we do is we roll the dice that we have earned in front of us. So these three, those, and then if you have two colors, you subtract whichever color is lower from whichever color is higher. I just have white.
White 8.
Okay.
Oh,
You got a 0.
yeah.
One white.
Okay, so you're the only one with blacks, though?
Yeah.
So I guess 0 black is the high black, and
Yep.
you have white 8. I had a white 6. So you guys get to choose the tilt. Which of you would like to do the big category, and which keep your own dice?
I'll do big category.
Okay.
Okay. So those are the numbers you have to work with: 3 1s, 2 3s, a 4, and a 6. You're doing the big?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need guilt. We need that 4. I think we're out of 4s after that. No, we got another 4.
So what are my options for?
All options but
So-
2.
Yeah, look under there, and it's 1 3 6. No 5.
Oh, no 5s either.
1 3 4 6.
1, 3, 4, 6. So 1 is a visit from the perhaps unofficial authorities. That could be really fun. Number 3, somebody develops a conscience. 4, greed leads to killing. That kind of makes sense. And then 5, someone panics.
Oh wait, no. Under guilt.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I looked at 6. Oh, you have 6. You don't have
Oh.
5.
Oh, I don't have 5. Okay,
Yeah.
so forget someone panics. 6 is a showdown,
Ooh.
which feels also appropriate. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do a showdown.
A showdown. Okay. And tilt. I wrote that.
Nice.
Is guilt a showdown? This can rear its ugly head in any or all scenes in Act 2. I assume it would have anyway, which is great. Okay, so Act 2 coming at you with full force right after this. Act 2. What's gonna happen? I have no idea. Melfud, take it away.
We are at Food Dance.
Yes.
It is Friday night. The celebration has begun,
The grandma.
and Aaron's grandma has just come in. Hello! Welcome everyone to the Lady of Honor.
Oh.
People confused. in
She's
the
actually brought Aaron.
restaurant.
Aaron's,
Yeah.
with his
Oh,
hands in
okay.
his pockets, walks behind her.
Great.
Come on, Aaron.
Oh,
Yes.
hello, Aaron. Oh, I did. Is this your grandmother?
It's a celebration, Aaron.
This is she.
Well, congratulations. Sit right there. I've been cooking up your meal for this evening. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, I'm sure I will. She trundles over and sits down. Aaron, isn't this lovely?
It's fine.
Oh, you're in such a mood now, all the time.
Comes back out with a big plate of spaghetti. I hope you like spaghetti.
I love spaghetti.
Here you go. And if there's anything else, and let me get. Leaves comes back with a little tiny glass of wine.
Oh,
Leaves the bottle at the table.
I suppose.
And can I get you anything, Aaron?
No.
Oh, all right. Just let me know. And he wanders back.
In Aaron's mind, he goes, "What's he playing at?"
So he goes back to the kitchen, is looking in, and looks at Bill, and he's like, I got I gotta run really quick. Have you got things taken care of here? Bill's
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Aaron's grandma is telling him the story of how Meatloaf got his name from their great grandfather Meatloaf.
He goes back into the freezer, closes the freezer behind him, and the tendrils.
Right.
And he teleports into Aaron's living room. And it's like, wow. Boy, look at all of this stuff. Wow! So it's everything I could have ever wanted. Everything I could have ever dreamed for. But focus, Mel, focus. All right.
Suddenly, Mel feels extremely hungry.
Oh! No! Now's not the time. How is this happening? I normally see these things. Surely someone's got to be doing this. I gotta.
Flashback to when he was like, "Are you sure you don't want anything?"
Yeah.
There's like a little finger that touches his stomach, like under the table.
And he was just, the adrenaline was going so much.
Yeah.
So like, it must have happened before, but so many people at the restaurant. It goes over and there's a case with 2 doors, and he's like almost gonna open the doors, and just like, and he goes like running into the kitchen.
As soon as he enters the kitchen, all the light bulbs pop.
What? No time. Just finally goes over to the fridge. Like the light bulb in the fridge is out too, but just like looks in and like, oh yeah, what did it? There's not.
Feeling hungry?
Tupperware and like cracks up. No. Like, well, grab some eggs. And just like takes a pan out and like pops the eggs in, cooks it up real quick.
Feeling hungry?
Like he's so surprised he like throws the eggs up and they like land on the ceiling, and then like turns around, kind of brandishing the pan as a weapon. Who said that?
A red light appears from behind them, and it is both Aaron Meatloaf and Fleetwood. And they're both injured heavily from their battle, from crashing through buildings.
Yep.
They're all beat up and bloody, but they are... Fleetwood in particular is looking at Mel Fudd menacingly. What's your game, Fudd?
It's no game. It's... Puts it down. It's business. And what are you doing here? How did you know?
Let's just say a little birdie told me.
And then literal tiny bird flies in and then gets a little bigger, and then Jolene falls off it and returns to normal size. Sorry I'm late.
Thanks, Jolene.
Yeah.
Jolene.
Thanks, Jolene. Jolene.
No problem, guys.
This is our friend Jolene. Jolene.
I saw...
She was the little birdie I was referring to earlier.
I flew him over on that little bird.
I can see what that was. Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
they
guys.
thought the bird was talking, but it was me.
Guys, you're killing the moment.
Oh, sorry.
She saw your blueprint plan to trick my grandmother into being at your restaurant and then porting back here in the meantime.
Trick your grandmother? Did I not serve your grandmother food? Did I not invite her over to our restaurant and serve her?
You still came back here to steal her stuff.
I came back here to search for something, yes.
It was clearly a trick.
I don't think it was a trick. That's not the way I would classify it.
Mel, just...
True, I can get desperate, and true, I do things sometimes that I'm not proud of, but I don't trick people.
Mel...
Unless I'm doing this! Full circle! The floor in front of you in the kitchen opens up and tendrils come out, and they reach for you. They haven't grabbed you yet, and the circle is kind of stretching over in your direction, and I just turn and go running back into the living room where I was at before.
Jolene.
Yes.
Meatloaf. We need that bangle. Jolene. We're injured.
Throw me the bangle, Jolene. Jolene.
This is the circlet. He has the bangle.
Oh, throw me the circlet, Jolene.
Hang on.
Jolene.
Hotel California. Eat me the circle. And he goes over and touches the side of the circle, which keeps it from getting bigger. He's like shrinking it, but it's getting bigger, you know? So they're like, it's doing this kind of thing. Like, it's like, I have to concentrate.
The circle actually shrinks up and vanishes.
It's gone. Okay.
But Aaron's also gone. He was taken away.
Aaron was taken by the tentacle circle.
I'll try to save Aaron. Use your powers to go after Mel Fudd.
Okay. That bird got away. All right. I just run after him. Mel, wait!
I am not in the living room. I am not in the house anymore.
Damn it.
In a distant forest, also in town, but far from this house, Aaron pops out and lands, and there's Mel standing in front of him. I heard you speak of the Circlet of Poseidon.
So what?
So you know where it is.
Yeah.
Why would you search for the Circlet of Poseidon if you have all of those treasures in your house? You have everything you could have ever wanted. Do you know how much money you could make if you were to sell those things?
Listen to me. Blink 187 is real. And he's coming. He's here.
You mean Blink 183, the principal of the high school?
That's what he would like you to believe his name is. When in reality, it is Blink 187!
Huh? But that seems so close. Why would he say the name if it's so close to the other name?
We don't know what his ability is, but he seems to be able to control reality to some extent.
I mean, I knew a Blink 8 in high school, but that's like a whole nother story.
Say what? You knew a Blink?
Yes. I think it was a different person, though. It didn't look like him, but I don't know. They couldn't be, could they? Why am I even trusting you to begin with? Me, I give your grandmother a wonderful meal, and all I ask in return is just one of these artifacts. Just one. She wouldn't even know it was missing.
Listen.
And now I know. Now I know you either are in possession of the circlet or you know where it is.
And I'll never tell you.
Yes, you will. Right now.
Okay, he takes the stance. But very, very quickly, I won't do that, touches his belly button.
Oh!
So long, old man! And runs away.
He just grabs like leaves and shoves it into his mouth. Scene.
All right, what's Aaron Meatloaf up to? Oh yeah, in Act 2 you keep the dice you were given.
It is 2 weeks later.
Whoa.
Wow.
Aaron Meatloaf is in the finals of a fighting tournament that he left to go train to get stronger. He is up against Christina Britney Spears, and he needs to win this tournament to prove his strength. But also the prize of this tournament is the toe ring of Solaris. And so if he wins the tournament, he gets it. But if he loses, Christina Britney Spears gets it. There are about like 150 people watching this tournament. It's at the beach. It's in Hawaii. So we're in a Hawaiian beach, and there's like 150 people watching this tournament. Tournament of the Strong Bones.
She's fighting you, and
Yes.
she does a move where she gets into the stance and then chest pounds you, and her stand / persona is on its hands and knees behind you, and you trip backwards over him, and then she and the stand in unison just go, "Oops, I did it again."
Aaron Meatloaf like gets back up. He's sweating. He's like, "How am I gonna get out of this one?" So he summons I won't do that, but I won't do that is hanging out in the stands, starting to poke
Not that
people,
kind of stand.
poking people in the crowd. Nice. He's poking the belly buttons of the people in the crowd. Oh, damn it, Meatloaf.
Yeah, by now they know his power. Oh, why?
Because they've watched enough of this tournament.
Why is he doing that?
So the crowd gets like more unruly and more unruly.
People are like trying to steal each other's popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh, I need it.
Give me the dog!
It's not. Don't eat my dog. Oh, my hot dog. We'll split it.
Wait. Do you have a regular dog? We'll eat that too!
No!
So, Christina Britney Spears,
What?
you're a strong fighter, but you should know, half of a good fight is preparation. Inside of your fighting satchel, I hid incredible pork.
What?
Hey everyone, she has incredible pork and sauce. Oh my god!
And she's like, damn you, Meatloaf! She's like swarmed by the crowd.
It is incredible.
She's been made hungry too, and she's
Meatloaf underestimates something. The crowd is so hungry, and because he was in battle, he used more of his power than he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
They start eating Christina Britney Spears.
There's blood. Yeah, and Aaron Meatloaf is like mortified, right?
and you hear her before she dies. She says to everyone eating her, "What you don't know is that my flesh is toxic."
And all the people die.
All of them flop over.
The only thing that is left in this empty battle arena is a toe ring just a couple of feet away from you.
Aaron, crying. I didn't mean for this. I didn't mean for this. Steps over dead bodies. You know, some of them still writhing. Steps over to grab the toe ring. But then it's snatched by Travis Backstreet Boys. Who are you? I'm Travis Backstreet Boys. And I'm back. He flips the toe ring onto his finger. That makes 8. I only need 3 more. Bye, sucker. And then he clicks his feet together and like I guess like a chunk of asphalt forms under it, and then he just spins off into the sky. And Aaron reaches away. He's trying as hard as he can for he tries as hard as he can for I won't do that to like fly up and reach, but he's not fast enough, and with his finger just misses the belly button.
Yeah.
I gotta go home. And scene.
Oh God, that was so good.
Wait, so what is the name of the Backstreet Boy?
Travis Backstreet
Travis
Boys.
Backstreet
Is
Boys.
his
Okay.
name. Yeah, plural.
Write that
Yeah.
down.
We don't know the name of his street asphalt related powers
Yeah.
stand.
All right.
What's Fleetwood up to?
So Fleetwood, Jolene, and Aaron have teamed up to kind of get a hold of these relics. And Aaron traveled to Hawaii to compete in this tournament.
He wears a little shell necklace now.
Yeah.
You're actually still. The
it's
tournament
a
just
little
happened.
tan.
You're
Oh,
not.
okay. All right,
You're not back yet.
Got it.
And so they've all kind of separated, and
But
they've
he's on
all
the plane and he's got the puka.
Yeah,
like-
they've all done different things, and Fleetwood is trying to track down Mel Fudd so he can get the Bangle of Osiris, and he's sitting in the library where he found out the information about Blink-187, trying to come up with some sort of plan on how to deal with Blink-187 and how to track down Mel Fudd, but there's a television on, and
in the library.
thanks to the carelessness of Jolene, Fleetwood, and Aaron, people know what stands are now.
yeah.
And they're not sure what to do about it. And there's a report of horrible violence that occurred at a martial arts tournament in Hawaii.
The tournament of the strong bones.
Yeah, the tournament of the strong bones. And there's a newscaster that goes, today, at a tournament known as the Tournament of Strong Bones, there was a horrible act of violence, of cannibalism, of reckless hate. And it happened because of one young boy. His name is Aaron Meatloaf. Generally loved in a small town, he's turned into a monster. We've put a bounty on his head. $1.5 million to anyone who could bring us information on Meatloaf or his mysterious power. I won't do that. Oh no. Meatloaf has not only put our quest in peril, he's also dishonored Tokyo Serenity.
You only get one hit.
I have to find Jolene. So he goes to where he thinks Jolene will be.
Food dance.
Food dance.
Oh, of course, yeah, daily customer.
And when he comes into food dance, he sees Jolene sitting down, and he doesn't bring it up right away.
Mm-hmm.
He says, Jolene.
Hello, Fleetwood.
How is the search going?
Well, it's going okay. Mel hasn't been into work in a few days. I spoke with his fellow employees. They all also thought it was strange that there was a house's blueprints just kind of stuck to the fridge with a magnet. I tried to tell Mel when we were in the house, if you're going to pull off a job, don't magnetize, the plans. But he wouldn't hear it. I don't know where he is.
Do you think it has something to do with the tentacles?
I think so. But, Fleetwood, I have a theory.
I'm listening.
I've eaten here every day for the last years.
Why?
My home life isn't great, and it's just a kind of a nice place to kill time, whatever. But I know this meatloaf and this spaghetti like the back of my hand. And I know when Mel is out of town and when it's his meatloaf and spaghetti. And this is his meatloaf and spaghetti. I think he's here. I think he's hiding in the restaurant, surreptitiously cooking the meatloaf and spaghetti, and no one's playing it straight with me.
This is good information, Jolene. Jolene. I have terrible news that I must bring you.
What is it?
Do you see how everyone in the restaurant is looking at us?
The restaurant is silent and everyone is looking at them.
Was I whispering too loud?
Silver Springs.
I know it! It's those kids with the powers!
Oh, crap! Grab him!
Jolene, we don't have much time. The lights are out, so they're going to be fumbling around for a few seconds.
Drink me! Eat me! And we both get small.
Listen to me.
We gotta get under the table before we get smashed.
Sure, let's go.
People just start smashing.
Also, there are a lot of cockroaches here, just heads up.
Meatloaf. He's a murderer.
Aaron Meatloaf?
Yes. I don't have time to get into the details, but it involves toxic flesh and hunger. It's just cannibalism of the cruelest kind.
Oh, no.
But everyone in town is going to be against us because we're known associates. We have to first find Fudd.
Right.
Get his bangle, and then in a one-on-one duel, I must take on, to bring back honor to Tokyo Serenity, our friend,
That makes
Aaron
sense.
Meatloaf.
That makes sense. Hey, wait a minute. What is that? She points over at some tiles on the ground, and from this tiny vantage point, I was sitting at the bar front, but it's not connected to the ground. It's one of those that has little feet, and we can see under it back into the galley or whatever it's called where they deliver the food. And some of the tiles on the floor have light coming from around them from cracks, and I say to Fleetwood, "It looks like there's light, but this place doesn't have a basement. I've had the full tour. There's no door or anything." But
It's our best lead. Let's go.
if he can go wherever he wants with tentacles, we can go where we want if we get small enough.
We have to hurry.
What happened?
Someone stepped on my leg. I tried to dodge.
Oh no!
I'm gonna hear about it from Sensei.
yeah.
Hang on.
Jolene, no, go investigate. Leave me here.
Another stomp on his arm.
Hotel California.
I've trained for this.
Hotel California touches you, and you get even smaller. And Jolene kind of just picks you up and throws you over her shoulder like a sack of potatoes. And I go, "I'm not leaving you." And we go down, and I just jump through the crack in the floor with him on my shoulder down into the hidden basement.
Sure. Scene.
Okay. As I'm falling, I say, "Drink me" to. I hope I got those right. To Hotel California, and we get a little bigger, like not full size, but just big enough so that the fall won't hurt us. And I manipulate our weight so that we're lighter, so that we
Great.
don't land as hard.
Yeah, we need more of that.
Yeah. And so we land, and I go, "Are you okay?" I look around. I don't see Fudd immediately, but we're in just like a hallway.
He has 2 very broken bones.
Yeah.
My bones have been crushed to dust.
crushed to dust.
But Jolene, I'm a very serious man.
Yes.
I just want to tell you, before I fade away, your hands are so soft.
Oh,
Ooh.
thank you, Fleetwood.
It is the only calming thing in this cruel storm. Here, I can help you. Silver Springs! And it gets really bright so they can see what's going on in this hidden basement, and he passes out.
Oh, Fleetwood, don't worry. As soon as I find Mel, I'll get you help. So she goes. So they're in sort of like, it looks like the restaurant used to have a basement, but it was like shut down due to like water damage or something like that. So it's a standard still part of the building, but it looks all run down and kind of gross. And you can see there used to be like a trap door kind of like open thing so that they could get supplies up and down, but there's no ladder and it's been bolted shut, and like a new floor apparently has been put on top of it upstairs. But she looks around, and there are a few doors, and she's, like Ant-Man 2, she's like 3 feet tall, and she's like still weightless, so she's moving basically silently down the hallway, and like she's at keyhole height, so she's looking through the little keyholes in each door, and she looks in one, and Mel Fudd is in there, kind of just secretly cooking on like a little stove, meatloaf and spaghetti,
And he has like a weird dolly system that brings it up to
Yeah.
the restaurant.
And I open the door and I swing it open, and I'm tiny, so my voice is higher and smaller. I go, "You just can't help yourself, can you, Mel?
Throws the food, goes everywhere.
Listen. Don't tentacle out of here. I just want to talk, okay? Hang on." She gets like normal
before
size.
you said that, one tentacle just kind of
I go,
popped out from
"Ah,
his shoulder.
Mel, listen. Look. You didn't actually steal anything. Let's just call it square, okay? We got bigger problems, bigger fish to fry. To use a metaphor you might like. Whatever. You've got...
Well, the thing about frying a fish is it doesn't actually matter how big it is. Like if it's small fish, big fish. It really matters what kind of utensils or what kind of, hardware you're using. So it's I'm sorry, you were going to say something.
That's okay. Jolene's too polite to interrupt, so she's just listening. That's very... Tell me more about that later. But right now, look, you have the Bangle of Osiris, right? It's okay. Our friend, well, I guess he used to be our friend. Apparently bad things have happened. But Aaron Meatloaf has the Ring of 1,000 Eyes. And I have... Just don't tell anyone. She takes her baseball cap off. I have the Circlet of Poseidon, okay? That's 3 out of the 11 total artifacts, okay? And we know that Blink-182 is actually Blink-187, the principal of the high school. So far, he's trying to remain under the radar, but I saw him use his power, and I think I saw his ability, his manifestation, and it did not look nice. He used it for a nice thing at the time, but it did not look nice. And I think that we need to get the other 8 artifacts, all of us, and put a stop to him before he destroys the whole world.
Jolene. We've been friends for a long time now.
That's true.
I want you to know I'm so grateful to have known you and for all the times you've come in to our restaurant. And I knew ever since the moment I met you that you have such wonderful powers like I do. And I've always respected you not using them. I didn't want you to get wrapped up in all of this. Power struggles, artifacts. I originally just wanted to make money, but There's more here than you know, and I'm just nervous that you kids aren't going to be powerful enough to stop it. But I sure know I'm not. He takes off the bangle of Osiris. He just hands it over.
She walks closer, and she folds your fingers back over the bangle and pushes it toward you, and she says, Mel, none of us is powerful enough alone, but together, we might stand a chance. We need you.
Oh.
It's white die.
You need me?
We need you, Mel.
And not just in a service sense, like you've come to my establishment and are giving me money and I'm gonna give you food?
No, we need you to help us fight.
Well, all right. All right then. Puts it back on.
Also, you're the only one old enough to drive, and we need to take Fleetwood to the hospital right now.
Oh, well then.
But that's just in addition to we need you to help us fight. It's not, I'm not using you for your car. Don't think that.
We don't need to drive.
That's right.
So like we all like to go into the floor.
Wait, you left me though.
No, you're just out in the
Still
hallway.
in the basement.
Oh, because I was gonna say Fleetwood is gone.
Oh.
We come back out. You start the tentacles, but then you feel like, where's Fleetwood?
Yeah. Go get him. Let's go.
Oh,
The portal's opening.
I come back in. He's gone.
End scene.
Yeah.
We did
Mel-
recruit Mel at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Melfud scene.
Wow. Well, thanks. Thanks for bringing me back in.
Hey, man.
That was good.
All right. I asked you to follow me. Like, there's something I need to show you. And we go into kind of the darker parts of town. And we go by, and there's a dentist office that's next to a comic book shop. And we just kind of stop.
A rough part of town, indeed.
And I turn, yeah. And we're looking up at it, and you kind of stop, and you're next to me, just like, okay, well, let's get there. Do you see it?
What?
So you don't see it.
I mean, I see a lot of things. What do you...
Jolene. Unto this point, you've based so many of your powers and your abilities on what you can see and what you can feel. But there is so much more to this world than that. And I just like take you by the shoulders and like turn you around. Look with your mind. And as you look up, the dentist office and the comic book shop
Whoa.
move to the side, revealing an alley that was not there before.
Yes. Oh my God.
I haven't been here in some time. Stay behind me.
Okay.
We walk in, and actually, as we walk in and as we get closer down the alleyway itself is made of tendrils and is made of weird kind of slimy things. Oh yeah.
Mel, this place is weird.
Don't worry. Long arms, and all the tentacles kind of like move to the side. I don't know what's going to be in here. I just know, ever since I moved into this town, I knew where the places of evil were. That's why I put my restaurant right into the happiest, cheerful, most upbeat part of town. You know, emotionally and metaphorically.
Right.
But,
I've always felt that between the high school and the old folks' home, there's a nexus of happiness.
this is true. That's why my mother, even at 98, hangs out there.
Yes.
God bless her. But just be on your guard, because you don't know. You know, anything could happen. And don't trust your eyes. Just
I'm always on my guard.
trust your heart.
That's
what I
always
like
trust
about
my
you.
heart.
We go in, and it's very scorned in here. It's very like there's lots of somber tapestries everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Things that is that a doorway? Is that a ramp? I'm not exactly sure. But there definitely is kind of like the not the hubcaps, but the sewer openings. Like there's a rumbling. Like you can definitely feel like vibrations that are in there. And we finally descend into a room that has candles with purple flames. They're all just like lined up around the room. And in the center, not caught off guard at all, is Blink 182, 187. Almost as if he's waiting for us.
Oh no.
Just kind of standing there casually. Oh, Mr. Principal, what are you doing here?
Principal Professor Blink 182.
You can't be a professor and a principal at the same time.
But I am. And much, much more.
Jolene! Jolene!
Fleetwood, is
Shut
that
up!
you?
He slaps him.
Fleetwood, no! I'll get you for this, Blink 182.
You will not. Climax! Suddenly he's holding the bangle and the circlet. He's holding them both.
What? No!
That's the thing about us Blinks. We always get what we want.
You had the circlet?
I showed you the circlet.
Oh, that's right.
Now go.
We can't go. We can't let you do whatever it is you're trying to do. We know it's not good.
Fine. Meatloaf!
Shut up! Shut up! He slaps him some more.
Stop slapping him. Hotel California, drink me. And I get like super huge. And they're like, now you give me that back. And the bangle also.
I run over to the wall and I make just like a 1 meter wide hole of tentacles and like reach my hand through, and the hand comes up right next to Aaron, and I'm kind of like, where are you? Like grab him like by the shoulder and just like
Off the
like,
plane?
Yeah, like try to like pull him through.
Okay, he also has handcuffs. He was arrested, so he's on the plane with his. He still has the seashell necklace, but he's like getting yanked.
It's one of his filthy power friends. They're trying to steal him.
Oh yeah, the air marshals are getting mad. They're like pulling him back.
Pulls his gun out, starts shooting through the hole. Everyone on the plane starts screaming.
Blink 187 gets hit by a bullet,
Whoa.
and he says, "You'll regret this." Climax times 2.
Before he can finish the times 2, Fleetwood goes, Silver Springs! And he just touches him, and it's just a little bit of a static shock, but it's enough to interrupt Climax times 2. And he with all of his energy goes, Meatloaf now!
Okay, so Meatloaf suddenly appears handcuffed with his seashell necklace and screaming, "Ah! Where am I? What is this?"
One of the air marshals, like, half of his body was pulled through the portal.
It's just like gushing.
And now he's dead.
When
He's just
you
like,
vanished,
"Ah!"
I got confused and just
Yeah.
grabbed the next arm I could find and yanked.
So like the top half of his torso is bleeding out, and he's just like, "Why? Why? What happened?" Then he dies.
Yeah, I like put my hand over his mouth. Shh.
Jolene sees the confusion and jumps forward and shrinks at the same time, making herself incredibly heavy as she does so, and lands because Principal Professor Blink 182 was holding his hands out like this with the bangles on them.
Yeah.
She lands in the hand with the circlet, and she's tiny but weighs like a bunch of weight, you know. So the hand drops down really hard and hits the ground. And then she starts to get big and grabs the circlet out of the hand as she's trying to get away from the professor.
Stop these games! Climax times 4! He's gone. He appears on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and he's smiling next to his star.
His own stuff.
Yeah. It just says like.
Is it like the ceremony or is it?
Yeah. It says
Everyone-
Professor Blink 187. He's like just
excellent,
just smiling, and everybody else has no idea where he went.
Do I have the circlet or no?
What happened? No, he's got his. He has
okay,
all
he
that
has all
stuff.
Damn.
What happened? What happened?
He got the circlet. He got away.
How?
I don't know.
Aaron,
Oh, Fleetwood.
come here. I need to tell you something.
What?
Will you fix my hair?
Of course.
Oh, hang on. Hotel California makes the handcuffs get really big, so they just fall
Oh,
off.
I like that. Of course.
As he was torturing me, Blink 187 showed me a birth certificate. You are his son.
And scene.
Whose was that?
That was me. None of that worked out well.
Yeah, it did not go well. You are his son. That was fantastic.
Well, birth certificate and Allie
Yeah.
brought back right at the end. Nick of time.
We got him. All right, geez, Aaron.
Well, when you said the
Meatloaf.
light coming from the floor, I was like, go on.
Oh yeah. I
That
didn't think
leads
about
to a
it.
mysterious alley.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 2 years later. Aaron Meatloaf is with his friend, Yin Yang Twins Anderson, another former owner of one of the pieces who doesn't have it anymore.
Right.
They are sparring in a boxing gym. Did I say where we are?
No.
No.
We're in Chicago,
Okay.
Whoa.
and they're sparring.
His name is what? Yin Yang Twins?
Yeah, Yin Yang Twins Anderson? Yeah, Yin Yang Twins Anderson.
And have you? We've all graduated from high school now.
He dropped out. Aaron dropped out.
Okay.
Because he learned he was a son and he had to go train some more.
Sure. And Fleetwood may or may not be dead.
And he has to do as much as he can to protect, I guess, the last one left. He has the last remaining.
Oh yeah.
The Ring of 1,000 Eyes.
Also, very JoJo of you to jump 2 years.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. For no reason.
For no reason.
Yin Yang Twins Anderson. I'll never be strong enough.
You seem especially spirited today. Meatloaf, what's going on?
Today is the 5-year anniversary of the day I found out I was the son of Professor Principal
Wait,
Blink
what?
187.
2 years or 5 years?
2 years later. Sorry, it's the 2-year anniversary.
Flip it.
You're just the son of a professor? You get worked up about the damnedest things.
He's not a simple
Yang is a
professor.
cowboy.
He's no professor.
Well, then what is he?
He's a principal.
He's a powerful man, both principal and professor. He has got some sort of climax power that can, I don't know, it makes everything go good for him.
Is it like a sexual thing?
No, you fool! Climax is in the climax of a story, of a career, of a lifetime.
Well, let me ask you this. You said it was 2 years ago
Yes,
that all this happened.
yes. Meanwhile, they're still like punching each other.
Yin Yang not worn out. He's able
Yeah,
to have
yeah.
a full conversation while this is
Yeah, of
happening.
course.
What's he been doing in the 2 years? Life here in Chicago's been just fine.
From what I understand, he owns Google now.
Oh, Gmail has been getting worse.
Yeah, and I believe it's only me who could defeat him. Also, there's another guy who's really strong and kind of cool named Travis Backstreet Boys. He's got all 10 of the other items.
The other items, what do they do?
Together, collectively, you used to have one, by the way. Collectively, you can use them to beat a Blink-187. It's the only way to defeat him.
Do you think these artifacts, they could power up Bing?
They could, yeah, potentially, yes. Yes, that Yin Yang Twins, that is what I'm saying. That is the power that we're talking about here. It could power up Bing.
Wow, I never thought we'd be in that kind of world.
We are, for now. You and I could die in any moment. We're targets. We're targets. I'm a target, and you're a target for knowing me. Thank you for your friendship.
That means we have to go to one place.
One place.
We must go to the secluded peak. It is a place where no one will find us, where there is no Google, no Bing, and we must train until our bodies are ready.
5 years later, we're at the secluded peak. We both have beards. Is my body ready yet?
Your body is so ready, you can't even fit through the door.
He does. He tries. Secluded peak is basically like an igloo on top of a mountain, and he can't fit out. No! I'm too jacked! Ah, I can't get out! Ah!
I've learned a lot about you these last 5 years, Meatloaf. I think it's time. Use it. Use Climax to break down this door.
I can try. If my father can do it, certainly I can. Climax!
Oh, no, it's okay. It's what we trained for.
Okay.
It's only temporary pain.
Ah! He's got like 2 little baby arms growing out of his chest for some reason. I'll try again. Climax! He has dog legs now. And all women in the earth are a foot taller. It's not working. We should stop now. It's getting worse. I shouldn't try climax.
Yin Yang Twins Anderson
Yeah.
has tentacles growing out of his body.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, what is happening? What did you do?
I'm telling you, climax has some sort of reality contorting powers. I told you I shouldn't try it.
Help me, Meatloaf!
I'm trying. End scene.
Oh no.
End scene.
Yep. That's for you.
Yep.
Okay, 2 scenes to go. Is Fleetwood alive? What's Fleetwood up to? He can be dead.
Oh,
and
we're
it can
7 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have healed by now, I guess.
Are you allowed, if somebody flash forwards, are you allowed to go back
Oh,
to
absolutely.
Oh, you can
yes.
flash wherever
Yes.
you want.
Yeah.
Okay. So Fleetwood did die.
Oh.
And they decide to have a funeral for him. But a couple of things are kind of happening at this moment, and it's really going to rely on the people of the town. And what ends up happening is no one liked Fleetwood. And him being associated with Meatloaf and all of this murder is like a good excuse for them to finally come out and rag on this high school kid that did nothing but shit talk anything that wasn't, in his opinion, like high quality Japanese stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so the principal, Blink 182, is there, and he's still he's giving a eulogy,
Yeah.
and it is laced with kind of passive aggressive platitudes.
And so we do regret the loss of such a thoughtful child who tried his best to integrate himself into our school. He deserved no more or no less than where we find him today. Thank you. Huge applause. Everybody loved that speech.
There is one woman
Mm-hmm.
who is dressed in all black. She's in the front row.
A little tall for her dress.
Her
Not yet, not yet.
Oh, not yet. That's 7 years later.
Yeah.
she is
But she's a little tall for a dress.
she has the same platinum blonde hair as Fleetwood,
Oh, no.
and she waits for the funeral to be over. And she walks up, and she stretches out her hand, and she goes, "Hi, I'm Fleetwood's mother, Stevie."
Hold on.
He shakes her hand. Pleased to meet you.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come say things about my son.
Yes. You are remarkably beautiful.
Yes, but not as beautiful as my son.
Truly, truly.
I've been very lonely. I need someone to talk to. Would you be willing to?
I'm your man. Where'd you do a black die?
We only have
all we
black
got.
left.
Oh, okay.
It's got to be a failure.
Sorry, you hog. I'm out of here.
Wait. Can I just make one request?
Yeah.
Can
Of
I-
what?
Can I have a hug?
Absolutely not.
She takes out a dagger
Oh.
out of her handbag that she had,
Yeah.
and she tries to stab you,
Yeah.
and you use the power of climax.
Climax! She turns into a muskrat. Let that be a lesson to all of you. You all want to be a muskrat? You come to me. Who wants to be a muskrat?
Silence.
I'll turn this boy into a muskrat too. Then he touches
Then he does.
climax, and so in the open casket, he turns into a little muskrat.
The last thing that happened, the muskrat is dead. And Stevie, in her muskrat form, comes and she like lays next to her son muskrat.
Almighty.
And they're gonna be buried together, and she's gonna be buried alive in muskrat form. See?
Okay. Good lord.
What happens when we only have black dye left? It's so
All right,
funny.
Ian, wrap it up.
Okay.
It should be simple.
So this
We're
is-
clearly going here.
Yeah, come on. You know what needs to happen.
Well, I don't know, actually. So I am. It's the top of Solitude Peak.
Okay.
It's 8 years later. So 1 year
Oh.
after.
Also, you're a foot taller.
Yeah. Well, I can control my
Well,
size.
that's true.
But,
That's true.
That's true.
so
But a foot taller
actually,
to fit in.
yeah. I like just stayed a foot taller than normal. I actually am right now. I am 60 feet tall, and I'm just kind of walking up the mountain
Oh, cool. Yeah.
to get to the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
And I shrink down, and I have with me. I set down Travis Backstreet Boys, and I'm actually I have in a front carrier a child with me who has sunglasses on to protect her from the elements and is all bundled up, you know. This is a year after Aaron Meatloaf and Yin Yang Twins Anderson had broken out of this igloo, and we both, Travis and I both kneel down and look at the clues on the ground, and I say, well, they were here, but we're too late. And Travis says, right. Well, there's only one other place they would go. The most famous dojo in the world. The famous Denouement Dojo. I go, Denouement? I thought he was a myth. No. He's the only one, so they say, that can use all 11 or 12 artifacts without being destroyed. Because he has the only ability that can stop Professor Principal Blink-187. And Jolene says, you mean anticlimax? Travis says, yes. Jolene looks at her watch and says, well, we got here a little early. We gotta wait a few minutes. Subtitle, a few minutes later. Tentacles. Mel steps out onto the top of the mountain.
Man, it's cold.
It is. We think we know where they might have gone.
Oh,
Did you get the catapult of fate?
of course.
Great. Meatloaf's grandma had it in the living room?
Well, she might have. It was up in the attic.
Oh, sure, okay. We need it to open the door to the dojo of Denouement. Hopefully that's where Aaron and Yin Yang Twins have gone. Can you take us there now? Do you
If
know
you're ready.
Its secret location? It moves around through time and space. But if the legend has it, Travis, where should it be? It should be on the moon.
Oh,
Tonight.
oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably take us there, but how are we gonna, breathe and stuff while we're there?
Well, that's
That's where I come in. An old man just gets to the top of the mountain, and he has these like little space bubbles that he just kind of like tosses on to everyone. Space bubble, space bubble. One for the baby as well. Space
yeah.
bubble.
Thank you.
See ya.
Dean Aerosmith away. He just walks back down the mountain.
I come over and I put my hand on her shoulder. It's best not to ask. Come on, we have a mission.
Let's go. Okay, so we're
Well,
on
the gate opens up to the attic.
Oh,
Where I found the catapult.
Okay.
So we come in, then I open up another
Yeah.
gate from there.
and we go to the
Push
moon.
the catapult through.
And
The tentacles help.
yeah. And so we arrive on the moon, the tentacles, and it's just moon. There's nothing there. But then after a little, I look at my watch again, which is like a very special looking watch.
Cool.
And it says on it, Tom waits for no one. And there's a shimmering in the air, and this just black, perfectly smooth matte black. It like eats light. You can barely see it, but you see it because there are no stars in the square of where you're looking at it, right? And there's the shadow on the ground from it. But it's this giant black cube. And then I say, all right, if the legends are true, the catapult of fate will get us into the dojo of denouement. Hopefully Aaron is inside, and hopefully they've convinced Master Denouement to join us and use his power of anticlimax to fight Professor Blink-182. And so we all have to climb into this, the catapult of fate. And I say, okay, if this is true, this will get us in through the wall of the denouement dojo, and we will have the power of anticlimax. If it's wrong, well, who knows? All right, baby, Travis, Mel, are you ready? Ready. Here goes nothing. I pull the lever, and we all are smashed to death on the side of the dojo. The end.
No explanation of the baby. It was just a baby.
Me and Backstreet Boys had a baby. It's been 8 years. I don't know.
Oh no.
And so, through the power of anticlimax, we win.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
I'm stepping back and seeing the whole package now.
That was too dark for me. Wow.
Literally.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've been on a fiasco where it's gone well.
Well, we always do the white die in the beginning, and then we get to Act 2, and we're like,
We gotta remember this. We always
The
forget.
failure dice are always all that's left.
We fought against the need of the white die. Sometimes we've done some failures in the beginning, and
Yeah.
but I can't say this wasn't interesting, and it's not over yet.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
hand me the fiasco book, please. We have to do the aftermath of all of our characters. Aftermath. So what happens now is you roll the dice that you have in front of yourself, and then again you subtract whichever color is lower out of whatever color is higher, and then that gives you your numero.
Oh god. It's a 6.
Count it. Count that 6. You're gonna need that.
All right. So Jones, what'd you get?
Black 7.
Black 7. That's pretty good. Black 7. Pathetic. Not that good, I guess. You'll suffer. Oh, dear God, will you suffer. And everyone will know of your malfeasance, your stupidity, your lack of common sense and decency. You're probably going to be locked up, too. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that for that 8 years, like, because everyone hates people with stands, we were, like, on the run from the law and everything.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The food dance has been shut down. And a seafood restaurant has opened in its place.
Dear God, no.
And one of there's a new owner named Green Day, and he has a similar cadence to Blink-182. You know, he's just kind of like maybe a little edgier. And somebody comes in to town and walks in and is looking around, and he said, "Oh, hi, would you like a seat?" I'm like, yeah, but wasn't Food Dance here before? I haven't been here in a while, actually, but I remember there's a place called Food Dance here. They had really amazing meatloaf. I'm like, oh, yes. Unfortunately, we had to close down. We're primarily a seafood restaurant. It's just that suit your liking. I'm like, yeah, I'm hungry. I've been on a long drive, so I guess seafood's fine. You know anything about the owner, Mel, and his grandma? I'm just like, no, I don't know who you're talking about. I'm like, oh, all right. So he goes in and opens up the menu, and it's just like, the calamari looks good. I'll have some calamari. He's like, oh, right away. Like, he goes back and just like bricks like unfold from the back, and he like goes down a long staircase and just like walks up to a nearby tentacle and just like cuts it off. Just like throws it in the pan, and it starts to sizzle.
Oh, it's so gross.
The end.
It's good. It's real good.
Who is this? So wait, was Mel the guy? Or
I'm dead.
Green Day?
I'm dead on the
it's
moon.
just some
Yeah, down
dude.
the moon.
Okay,
yeah, Green Day found a bunch of tentacles.
Found a bunch of tentacles. Yeah.
Has a lifetime supply of delicious food.
Yeah, from the
not
alley
fair.
that's never there. Okay, Aaron Meatloaf, what'd you get?
Black one.
Oh boy.
Sorry, white one. White one.
Oh, dreadful.
Yeah.
You are certainly dead, probably from a self-inflicted wound. People you care about are also probably dead, maybe through your own stupid, ugly failure. To say the least, to say that you fucked up is an insult to fucked upness. You have redefined the term.
One of these days I'm gonna have that memorized. You've read that so many
we
times.
We get fucked upness all the time.
So, Aaron Meatloaf tried Climax like too many times. He is at that dojo. He still has like the dog legs and baby arms out of his chest, but like his body is made up of like SpaghettiOs and mouse pads, and like his mouth is like paper clips, and like he's a monstrosity, and he's at the dojo, right? Like trying to learn how to fight again so he can become strong enough to defeat his father. But he basically just sloshes around, right? The sensei is ready to give up on him, but Principal 187 shows up. And he says, "You are a disgrace. I could have found you any time over the last 10 years, and do you know why I haven't? Because you disappoint me more than anything in this world, and you are the one thing I cannot change with Climax. And yet you try, and look what you've become. Father, please, I'm sorry, I want to learn like you. You can't. Slap. You disgrace me. You disgrace me so much, I want to end this planet. Father, please, don't. I will in 10 years. And he walks away. The end.
Damn.
He's
All
just
right,
gonna
what
race
did
the
you get?
moon.
I got white 3.
Okay. You did?
I did. These are not correct.
Oh, okay. I was like that.
Yeah, I was messing with him, but
okay.
I promise I got white 3.
Okay, cool.
man.
No, I was just. They're different numbers.
Yeah, they were different numbers.
I just want to make sure because that looks like a better ending. White 3, Grim. The stress and trauma from your little adventure are going to haunt you forever. Bits of your soul are destroyed, and you are missing a piece or two. In a few years, children are going to cry when you get too close. All your plans have ended in complete ruin. Obviously, these are just kind of moods.
Right. Okay. So Fleetwood died.
Yeah.
The thing Fleetwood had going for him was that he believed in reincarnation. But what he was trying to do, the reason why he was following Tokyo Serenity so thoroughly, is he had a dream that he didn't tell anybody. And his attitude, his toughness, his pretentiousness was all a front, so people wouldn't find out his dream. His favorite television show is called Payu Pa Dance Burst. And they're essentially what it is, it's about very adorable high school girls who are all themed around a different color. They beat enemies with the power of dance. And Fleetwood loves this show so much that he was hoping that he could purify his soul enough that he could be reincarnated and like exist in the TV show and be part of the Payu Pa Dance Burst squad. And when he dies, he sees a vision of his sensei, the person who taught him Tokyo Serenity. And he asks if he can have this dream. And his sensei says no. And all of a sudden he feels like this big swoosh and his like body gets sucked down. And he becomes the villain of the show.
Oh no.
And so every single time somebody watches an episode, his consciousness is like, it's like he's watching himself fight against the one thing he loves.
Man.
I love it. I got a white 9. So I got to figure out how to make this not terrible. Nothing to crow about. Not better, but not way worse either. Maybe the car is wrecked, or your wife is leaving you, or there's a court date. But compared to some of the other people you know... Okay, so I was smashed into just little space bits along the side of the wall. But out of fear, I went backwards. Out of fear for my child, I went backwards toward the dojo. And so little baby Roxanne was able to use her stand, whose name is Get Over It, and manifests as kind of like a bag of like blue iridescent marbles, to kind of like, she didn't die because my body lessened the blow, and then the stand, Get Over It, manifested, and she kind of like slid up the side of the wall and just kind of like went over the top, and even though the top is solid, she slipped inside the dojo, this little baby, who can't really, she can crawl, but she can't walk or speak or anything yet. And so for years, this baby kind of just like slid around on her marbles in this dojo, secretly staying to herself and like just kind of getting food where she could. And like for years, she was like a secret in this dojo. And then finally, Denouement found her. He knew she was there the whole time, but was waiting until she could speak. She learned to speak by watching.
No, I will wait till she speaks.
Yeah. She learned to speak actually by watching Payupa Dance Force.
Dance Burst.
Dance Burst. She learned to speak through that, so she knows her colors really well and like some weird dance terms, but mostly that's it. Because they're always watching that in the dojo, and laughing at how stupid the villain is. Yeah. And so then eventually she becomes like the number 2 in this dojo to Denouement, and she finally learns the power of anticlimax.
Ooh.
But who knows what she does with it?
That's very good. Can I just very quickly describe the villain?
Yeah.
Of
Payupa
Dance
I would
Burst?
love to hear.
So the reason why it not only is the villain fighting against Payupa Dance Force, it's because he's really crude. He uses like fart attacks and bodily humor, and he uses internet memes when he talks. And
just
so he's
the worst.
He's just this really grotesque, memey, stupid humor. And so the Payupa Dance Force has to like clean him up.
Yeah.
And they use the power of dance and grace to fight against him. That's all.
That's good. Okay, that was Fiasconauts with the very amazing, crazy, noisy, bizarre summer. Thank you, Ian Alexander, Alexander
thank you.
Arts. Very good playset. If you have a playset, tweet it at me, at Ian Hink on Twitter, HINCK. And please make sure that your name is on it. And then I'll add it to our huge Google folder. And I apologize that like we probably just won't get to all of them. You know, there's just a lot. But we always love getting fan-submitted playsets. They're a real blast. Especially, oh man. But anyway, we are Easy Allies. We are supported on Patreon, patreon.com/Easy Allies. Check it out. Tell your friends. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all that. Easy Allies. It's good stuff. We do games, reviews, shows, etc. And thank you, Brandon, Kyle, Ben. That was a lovely episode.
Thank you, Ian.
Thank you.
Ian.
And we will be back with another crazy Fiasconauts the last Friday of every month. See you then. Bye-bye.